Nepal is not just a country. It is a vertical universe where land rises faster than the clouds can catch it. A place where mountains don't merely scrape the sky, they pierce it. The deeper you travel into this kingdom of stone and air, the more the earth seems to fold upward like the pages of a book written in geology. The Himalayas do not stand still. They crack, shift, crumble, and rise. Each year, the peaks grow a few millimeters taller, a reminder that the collision which created them has never truly ended. Below these giants, life unfolds in rhythm with the changing seasons. Terraced fields curve like fingerprints across green hillsides. From above, they look like steps leading into the heavens, carved by hands who refuse to let gravity win. Farmers rise before sunrise, their silhouettes moving in harmony with distant bells from hillside shrines. Buffalo graze along footpaths traveled for hundreds of years. Small stone homes tuck themselves into slopes so steep the world below seems impossibly far. And then, as dawn breaks, the first orange rays strike the peaks, turning ice into fire. The mountains glow as if lit from within. It is a moment that stops time. This is Nepal's true heartbeat, a nation in constant dialogue with the sky. But beneath this breathtaking beauty lies a truth few outsiders fully grasp. Life here is not gentle. The mountains give, but they also take. The same slopes that support terraced crops crumble into landslides during monsoons. The same glaciers that feed rivers can burst without warning. In winter, snow isolates entire districts, cutting villages off for weeks at a time. And in the lowlands, floods shape and reshape the land each year. Yet somehow, the people here endure, not by resisting nature, but by learning to live as part of its rhythm. If the mountains shape Nepal's body, its spirit is shaped by something much deeper, a tapestry of ancient beliefs woven through every valley, every river, every stone. Here, Hinduism and Buddhism do not compete. They coexist like twin flames sharing the same candle. A temple to Shiva might stand beside a monastery devoted to Padmasambhava. Prayer flags flutter above both. Rituals overlap. Stories merge like tributaries joining a river. The Nepali people do not see contradictions, only harmony. In Kathmandu Valley, this harmony becomes almost mythic. The temples breathe history older than many civilizations. Their wood carvings capture gods, beasts, demons, and celestial beings who have watched over the city for centuries. The living goddess, the Kumari, sits behind sacred windows, worshipped as the earthly embodiment of divine power. Chosen in childhood, she embodies purity, luck, and protection. Her presence is both mystical and symbolic, a reminder that the divine walks among mortals. When festivals arrive, the valley transforms into a living epic. During Indrajatra, masked dancers embody deities and spirits, moving with steps passed down through generations. Drums echo through narrow lanes, chariots carrying the Kumari roll through crowds, pulling thousands behind them like a tide. But as night falls, prayers rise from stupas, shrines, and monasteries. Butter lamps flicker like constellations reflected on Earth. Devotees walk clockwise around sacred structures, spinning prayer wheels that whisper ancient mantras into the wind. Even in remote villages, traditions remain unbroken. In Mustang, elders carve intricate mandalas into monastery walls, each symbol representing the universe in perfect balance. In the hills of Rolpa, shamans perform rituals invoking ancestral spirits for healing and guidance. In the highlands of Solukhumbu, monks rise at dawn, chanting sutras that echo through valleys still sleeping under frost. Every journey through Nepal is a journey through centuries. Take the ancient trade routes, narrow trails that once connected Tibet and India. These paths carried salt, spices, wool, tea, gold, and stories. They also carried ideas, philosophies, and knowledge that shaped civilizations. Today, the same routes are walked by trekkers, porters, and pilgrims. Footsteps echo across suspension bridges draped with prayer flags, as if time itself is crossing with them. Villages appear like mirages along these paths, clusters of stone homes surrounded by barley fields and grazing livestock. In the morning, women grind corn on stone slabs polished smooth by generations. Men repair roofs, carve tools, or guide animals down to water. Children run barefoot across fields, laughter carrying through cold air. Schools sit perched on cliffs, their classrooms painted with murals of mountains and stories of heroes. In some villages, technology has arrived: solar panels on rooftops, mobile phones charging on windowsills, radios broadcasting news from the valley. In others, life remains as it was hundreds of years ago. But no matter where you go, hospitality remains sacred. A cup of kaya sweet tea boiled with milk, cardamom, and ginger is always offered. It is more than a drink. It is a gesture of respect, a welcome, a small reminder that even in harsh landscapes, kindness thrives. In Dolpo, monasteries cling to cliffs like ancient secrets. The landscape stretches out in shades of gold and rust, broken only by the blue of high-altitude lakes. Prayer stones line every path, centuries-old carvings bearing mantras that countless travelers have touched for luck. In these remote corners, survival is shaped by the land. Winters are brutal. Roads vanish under snow. Food must be stored months in advance. Yaks become lifelines, carrying firewood, salt, and supplies across frozen passes. Yet despite isolation, these communities flourish with wisdom carved from endurance. While most imagine Nepal as a land of mountains, the country is far more diverse than its peaks. To the south, the land descends into the Terai, a lush jungle teeming with life. Here, the forests breathe with ancient rhythms. Trees twist into towering canopies where birds scatter color across branches. The rivers pulse with crocodiles and gharials warming themselves in the sun. At dawn, the grasslands of Chitwan come alive. Peacocks call from treetops. Wild elephants move in slow, deliberate silence. And most iconic of all, the one-horned rhinoceros emerges from misty marshlands like a prehistoric survivor. These animals, once neared extinction, hunted relentlessly. But Nepal's conservation efforts changed their fate. Rangers patrol day and night, tracking poachers, protecting habitats, and working with local communities. Today, rhino populations here are rising, a rare victory in a world losing species faster than it can save them. The forests of Langtang echo with the calls of the red panda, a creature so shy it feels like a spirit of the forest itself. Snow leopards stalk rocky slopes, leaving only paw prints in the snow as evidence of their presence. Nepal's wildlife is not a backdrop to its story. It is a central character, a reminder that this land belongs not only to humans but to every creature that has learned to survive its extremes. Nepal sits on one of the most dangerous fault lines on Earth. The country moves, it trembles, sometimes gently, sometimes violently enough to rewrite history. The earthquake of 2015 shattered temples, flattened homes, and claimed thousands of lives. Ancient monuments crumbled. Entire villages vanished beneath landslides. The world watched in shock. People formed human chains to pull survivors from debris. Strangers shared food, shelters, and blankets. Volunteers walked for days across broken trails to reach remote communities. Monks offered prayers in collapsed monasteries. And despite unimaginable loss, the country stood up again. Nepal. 50 million years ago, two continents collided with unstoppable force. India slammed into Asia, changing the planet forever. From that impact rose the Himalayas, the world's highest peaks. In this thin air, Nepal was born, a nation unlike any other. Prehistoric giants still roam its grasslands. Isolated villages cling to its slopes. And above it all, the highest point on Earth touches the edge of space. 8 giants rise from Nepal's borders, the world's 10 tallest peaks, and 8 call this place home. A wall of stone and ice that intercepts the monsoons, births 3 of Asia's great rivers, and shapes weather patterns across half the planet. Everest Base Camp sits at 17,600 feet, higher than most mountains will ever reach. Yet, this is only the beginning. Colorful tents scatter across the glacier like prayer flags. A temporary city where climbers spend weeks preparing bodies and minds for what lies above. The ascent begins in landscapes that feel borrowed from another world. Ice blocks larger than houses crack and tumble without warning. Aluminum ladders flex over bottomless crevasses. The Khumbu icefall shifts beneath each step, a maze that never stays the same. Higher up, the Lhotse face rises like a wall of blue ice, so steep that one slip means 4,000 feet of falling. There is no forgiveness here. The Hillary Step waits at the end, near vertical rock with deadly drops on both sides. Climbers pull themselves up towards something beyond human scale. At 29,032 feet, something changes. The earth curves below. The sky deepens to black blue. Every breath feels borrowed from eternity. The summit offers what words cannot hold. Most stay only minutes before the mountain demands descent. Yet in those moments, they stand where the planet ends and the universe begins. But it's not all triumph. Along this route lies Rainbow Valley, marked not by beauty, but by the bright gear of those who never returned. The mountain keeps what it claims. The statistics are sobering. 1 life lost for every 100 who reach the top. At Thukla Pass, stone cairns stand in silent rows, each marking a climber who never returned. And as if the climbs themselves aren't treacherous enough, danger waits around every corner. In the high peaks, avalanches reshape the landscape without warning. Tons of snow and ice thunder down valleys with force to erase everything in their path. Even reaching these mountains is a gamble. Lukla's runway ends not in tarmac, but in empty sky, perched on a cliff edge where pilots have one chance to get it right. The strip tilts upward at an impossible angle. No room for error. Yet this carved gateway serves as the only entrance to the world's tallest places. When darkness falls, the mountains reveal their gentler face. The night sky shows what cities hide. Stars pierce the darkness with clarity that feels almost violent, while the Milky Way spreads across peaks like spilled light. And if Everest sounds dangerous, Annapurna shows even less mercy. 1 in 3 climbers who attempt her summit never return. Yet thousands walk in her shadow along the Annapurna circuit, a 3-week trek that circles the entire massif like pilgrims around a sleeping giant. The circuit reveals Annapurna's many faces across 230 kilometers. It begins where rice terraces climb impossible slopes in subtropical valleys, then rises through rhododendron forests that bloom like temples, then ascends to the moonscape of Thorong La Pass at 17,769 feet, where the air holds only half the oxygen the body needs. Prayer flags flutter against thin wind. The trek crosses 20 bridges, passes through a dozen climates, and near Hangzhou, glacial water plunges down sheer rock in ribbons of white against dark stone. What makes the circuit remarkable isn't just the physical challenge, it's the cultural passage. Villages shift from Hindu to Buddhist as altitude increases, as if spirituality itself grows lighter with the air. Some make this journey on mountain bikes, pedaling along paths so narrow that rocks tumble into empty space with each turn. Determined climbers push even further towards Tilico Lake, a turquoise mirror frozen at 16,138 feet, one of the highest lakes on Earth. And somehow, people have found ways to thrive in this impossible realm. The Sherpa people have turned guiding into an art form, reading weather patterns in cloud formations and finding safe passage through terrain that shifts with each season. They carry loads that would buckle most backs, fix ropes on routes they've memorized since childhood, and make decisions that keep expeditions alive where mistakes become permanent. Their work begins before dawn and ends long after climbers retreat to tents. Yaks move beside them with deliberate steps, hauling solar panels and sacks of supplies up slopes that seem to mock gravity. Built like walking wool factories, they navigate ice with broad hooves and thick coats. Scattered across these impossible heights, villages cling to life where most would perish. Dingbosch sits at 14,469 feet, a village of stone walls and barley fields enduring in thin air. Above it rises Ama Dablam, her perfect pyramid form catching morning light while prayer flags stream between earth and sky. Lower down in Namche Bazaar, Blue-painted stone houses cascade like an amphitheater. Market vendors sell yak cheese at 11,000 feet. Children play football on terraces where most struggle to breathe. At its heart stands a bronze statue of Tenzing Norgay, forever gazing toward the peak he climbed with Edmund Hillary. Beyond the visible settlements lie places the world forgot. In Upper Mustang, red cliffs rise from barren valleys in shapes carved by gods. Wind-sculpted towers stand with impossible delicacy. Sacred chortens dot the landscape like ancient waypoints. And within these cliffs lie the sky caves, vertical chambers carved into limestone walls, their origins still shrouded in mystery. Where the physical world reaches its limits, the spiritual realm takes over. Tengbosch Monastery sits on a ridge at 12,687 feet, its golden roof catching light beneath Everest's shadow. Stone walls frame courtyards where monks gather in the silence of mountains. Meditation unfolds against a backdrop that dwarfs human ambition. The red panda, resembling a living teddy bear, navigates bamboo forests at altitudes that would render most creatures unconscious. Evolution finds its own solutions here. As we descend from these heights, a fragile civilization emerges, a valley that never stops shaking. Kathmandu Durbar Square unfolds with temples that defy time and gravity. The Hanumandoka Palace sprawls across courtyards within courtyards. The Talaju Temple stands with three-tiered roofs reaching toward heaven. Stone lions crouch in eternal vigilance. The terrifying Kala Bhairava mask stares from a wall, teeth bared, a reminder that some oaths cannot be broken. Wandering temple complexes reveal saffron-robed sadhus in meditation, their bodies smeared with ash, their lives stripped of possession and desire. Kathmandu unfolds like a living museum, narrow streets pulsing with rickshaws, incense, motorcycles, shrines, and tangled electrical wires above medieval courtyards. The Dharahara Tower rises above the city like a white lighthouse. Destroyed in the 2015 earthquake, it now stands rebuilt, taller, stronger. At Buddhanath, the largest stupa in Nepal rises like a white mountain crowned in gold. Prayer flags flutter like fragments of sky. Pilgrims circle endlessly, believing each step purifies karma.